Hey, what if the secret to winning a woman's heart isn't a fat bank account, but something deeper, something you can actually control? Picture this: a guy walks into a room. No flashy watch, no loud boasts, yet every head turns. Why? Because he's got that magnetic pull that screams confidence, purpose, and strength without saying a word. Today, we're busting one of the biggest myths in modern dating: the idea that women only care about money. Spoiler alert, they don't. Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits. If you're ready to level up your life and relationships, hit that subscribe button for Daily Stoic Habits and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Let's set the record straight. Sure, financial stability is nice. Who doesn't want to pay their bills without sweating? But it's not the golden ticket to a woman's heart. Deep down, women are drawn to qualities that hit harder, traits wired into their biology and psychology. We're talking about the kind of strength that steadies a storm, the confidence that doesn't need applause, and the presence that lingers long after you've left the room. These aren't just nice-to-haves, they're the real deal, the stuff that makes a woman lean in without even knowing why. And the best part? You don't need a six-figure salary or a fancy car to build them. These are skills you can sharpen, no matter where you're starting from. In this video, we're diving into 6 powerful qualities that women secretly value more than money. These aren't shallow tricks or pickup lines. They're the kind of traits that transform how you see yourself and how others see you. Ever wonder why some guys effortlessly attract amazing women without flashing cash or status? It's not luck, it's not looks, it's these 6 qualities, rooted in Stoic philosophy and human nature, that make them unforgettable. From the way you carry yourself to the purpose driving your life. These are the keys to becoming a man who doesn't chase attention, he commands it. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a roadmap to unlock these traits in yourself. Imagine feeling so grounded in who you are that you don't need to prove anything to anyone. That's the power of what we're unpacking today. Whether you're single, dating, or just looking to level up, these insights will change the game. So, let's dive in and discover what really makes a man magnetic. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and turn on notifications for more videos on mastering yourself and building stronger connections. Ready? Let's do this. There's a kind of man who walks into a room and changes its energy. He's not shouting for attention or flexing wealth. It's deeper. His presence alone speaks. Women notice it instantly. A quiet pull that feels safe, strong, and steady. This is high-value presence, confidence that doesn't beg, calmness that doesn't waver, and a sense of purpose that draws others in without effort. It's not about being the loudest or the richest. It's about embodying strength that resonates on a primal level, making people feel secure just by being near you. Why does this matter? Biology and psychology tell us women are wired to seek traits that signal survival and stability. Evolution shaped them to notice men who project quiet strength, someone who can lead through a storm, protect what matters, and stay grounded when chaos hits. Studies in evolutionary psychology show women often prioritize cues of confidence and composure over material wealth. A 2018 study in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin found that nonverbal signals like steady posture and calm vocal tone triggered stronger attraction than displays of status. It's not just about looking good, it's about radiating reliability. A man who carries himself with purpose triggers an instinctive response. This is someone who can handle life. Picture 2 guys at a crowded party. The first is loud, tossing out jokes, trying to own the room. He's flashy, but his eyes dart for approval. His voice cracks under pressure. People notice him, sure, but the attention fades fast. Now, the second guy, he's different. He moves deliberately, shoulders relaxed, eyes steady. When he speaks, his voice is firm but warm. No rush. He's not chasing laughs, yet people lean in. A woman across the room catches his gaze. He holds it briefly, smiles subtly, and moves on. She's hooked, not because he tried, but because his presence feels like an anchor in the chaos. The first guy demands attention, the second earns it. That's the difference. So, what makes this presence magnetic? It starts with self-respect. A high-value man doesn't need external validation because he's already at peace with himself. His confidence shows in small things, the way he stands tall without puffing his chest, the pause before he speaks, the way he listens without fidgeting. Women pick up on these cues. They sense a man who's competent, respected, and unshaken. It's not arrogance, it's inner alignment. He's not performing, he's simply being. And that authenticity creates a pull that's hard to ignore. How do you build this? It's not about faking it or memorizing lines. It's about deliberate practice in 3 key areas: body language, vocal tone, and mental composure. Start with your posture. Stand straight, shoulders back, but relaxed like you're carrying an invisible weight with ease. Try this next time you're in a public place. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Keep your chin level, eyes forward. Avoid crossing your arms or slouching, it signals insecurity. Studies show open, upright postures increase perceived dominance and approachability. Practice this daily, even when alone, until it feels natural. Next, work on your voice. A calm, steady tone projects authority and warmth. Record yourself speaking and listen for rushed or shaky patterns. Slow down. Lower your pitch slightly. Research from the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior shows deeper voices are associated with leadership and attraction. Practice reading aloud, emphasizing clarity and pauses. Think of Morgan Freeman's narration. Deliberate, warm, commanding. You don't need his voice, just his control. Try breathing deeply before speaking to steady your tone, especially in tense moments. Finally, master your mental composure. Presence crumbles if you're rattled inside. Start small. When someone cuts you off in traffic, pause, breathe, and choose your reaction. Practice mindfulness. 5 minutes a day of focusing on your breath can train your brain to stay calm under pressure. Stoicism helps here. Accept what you can't control and focus on your response. Over time, this builds an unshakable core. A 2020 study in emotion found that emotional regulation enhances social influence. People trust those who stay steady. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Maybe you're shy or fidgety now, that's fine. Start by fixing one thing. Stand taller today. Slow your speech tomorrow. Each step makes you more grounded. Women don't need you to be flawless. They need you to be real. A man who moves with purpose, speaks with clarity, and stays calm under fire becomes unforgettable. He's not chasing approval, he's earning respect. And that's what makes his presence linger, long after he's gone. There's something magnetic about a man who glides through a social setting, not stealing the spotlight, but naturally drawing people in. He's not the loudest, not forcing laughs or dominating conversations. Yet, people gravitate toward him, smiling, listening, lingering. This is sociability, the ability to connect effortlessly, build trust, and leave others feeling valued. It's not about being the life of the party. It's about being the guy others want to be around. Women notice this. They sense a man who's accepted, respected, and reliable. And it sparks something deep, an instinctive pull that's stronger than charm or looks. Why does sociability hold such power? It's rooted in social proof, a psychological principle where people judge you based on how others respond to you. A 2008 study in Journal of Personality and Social Psychology showed that women are more attracted to men who are liked and respected by their peers. It's not just about popularity, it's about trust. When a man is welcomed by his tribe, friends, colleagues, even strangers, it signals he's vetted, safe, and worth knowing. To a woman, this says more than a flashy car or clever pickup line. It answers a primal question. If I trust him, will I be valued? A socially connected man answers yes without saying a word. Imagine a backyard barbecue, buzzing with chatter. One guy's trying hard, cracking loud jokes, interrupting, chasing attention. People nod politely, but their eyes wander. Then there's another man, quieter but engaged. He asks a friend about their new job, listens intently, and shares a quick, genuine laugh. When he speaks, others pause to hear him. He remembers someone's name from last week, tosses in a witty comment that lands just right. A woman nearby watches. She sees how people relax around him, how they seek his opinion. She doesn't know why, but she feels drawn to him. He's not performing, he's connecting. That's social proof in action. His ease and acceptance make him magnetic. What makes this kind of sociability so effective? It's emotional availability paired with quiet confidence. A sociable man shows he belongs, not by boasting but by building bridges. He's present, adaptable, and makes others feel seen. Women pick up on this. They sense a man who navigates life well, who's not isolated but integrated. This signals he can handle relationships, resolve conflicts, and create a safe space. It's not about having 1,000 friends, it's about being the guy people trust, the one they turn to when it matters. How do you cultivate this? It starts with communication real, not rehearsed, first. Master active listening. When someone speaks, don't just wait for your turn. Lean in slightly, nod, maintain eye contact. A 2016 study in social psychological and personality science found that attentive listeners are perceived as more trustworthy and likable. Try this. Next conversation, ask a follow-up question based on what they said, like, how'd you get into that hobby? It shows you care. Practice remembering names. 2. Dale Carnegie nailed it in How to Win Friends and Influence People. A person's name is the sweetest sound to them. Repeat it once when you meet them to lock it in. Second, sharpen your conversational agility. You don't need to be a comedian, but quick wit helps. Humor, when it's natural, shows you're alert and engaged. Avoid canned jokes. Instead, comment on the moment. A playful observation about the setting, or a light tease that feels warm, not mean. If you're shy, start small. Share a short story or ask an open-ended question, like, what's the best trip you've taken? Keep your tone warm, your pace steady. Research from communication studies shows that moderate speaking speed and varied intonation boost likability. Practice in low-stakes settings, like chatting with the cashier. Third, build your circle intentionally. Strong social ties don't happen by accident. Invest in friendships. Check-in, show up, follow through. If you're invited somewhere, go. If you're not, host something simple, like a game night. Consistency matters. A 2019 study in Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that regular, positive interactions build stronger social bonds over time. Be the guy who brings people together. Even in small ways, offer to help a friend move, celebrate their wins, or just grab coffee. These acts cement your place in the group. Finally, lead with humility. Sociability isn't about outshining others, it's about lifting them up. Give credit when it's due. Step back when someone else shines. This balance of confidence and humility makes you approachable yet respected. Women see a man who's socially vetted and think, he's solid, he's safe. That's the spark of curiosity. The first step toward connection. Start small. Listen better today. Make one person laugh tomorrow. Over time, you'll become the man others trust and the one women can't stop thinking about. Some men don't need to say a word to command a room. It's in the way they move, steady, unhurried, eyes calm but sharp. They don't fish for compliments or shrink under pressure. This is inner confidence, a quiet certainty that doesn't crave approval, an emotional independence that feels like a rock in a storm. It's not loud, not showy. It's the kind of strength that makes people, especially women, feel safe and drawn in without knowing why. Inner confidence isn't about being untouchable. It's about being whole, trusting yourself before expecting anyone else to. Why is this so powerful? Women sense it instantly. A man who's grounded, who doesn't waver when life gets messy. It's not just attractive, it's reassuring. A 2017 study in evolutionary psychology found that women prioritize emotional stability and self-assurance in partners over external markers like wealth. Inner confidence signals safety, not just physically, but emotionally. It tells her she won't have to carry the weight alone, that you're a steady hand when things shake. This kind of man offers a rare gift, a space where she can relax, be herself, and not brace for chaos. That's what pulls her closer, often before she can name it. Picture a heated moment at a family dinner. Tensions rise, voices clash over some old grudge. One guy jumps in, defensive, raising his tone, chasing validation. He's rattled, and everyone feels it. The air gets heavier. Then there's another man. He leans back slightly, breathes, and speaks only when the noise dips. His voice is calm, firm, cutting through without shouting. "Let's take a step back," he says, "not to win but to reset." The room shifts, people listen. A woman across the table notices not just his words, but his stillness. He's not performing. He's present. She feels it. This is a man who trusts himself. That's inner confidence in action. What makes this trait so magnetic? It's the absence of neediness. A man with inner confidence doesn't lean on others to feel worthy. His choices are clear, his voice steady, because he's already settled things within. He listens without rushing to reply, holds eye contact without staring for approval. Women feel this as a kind of emotional gravity. A man who's not easily shaken offers a foundation they can trust. It's not about never doubting yourself. It's about moving forward despite doubt, rooted in a quiet belief that you're enough. How do you build this? It starts private, in the small choices no one sees. First, keep your word to yourself. Set small, achievable goals. Hit the gym twice this week, finish a book, or wake up 15 minutes earlier. A 2020 study in Journal of Personality showed that meeting personal commitments boosts self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to succeed. Each promise kept is a brick in your confidence. Break them, and you chip away at your core. Start with one goal today, like a 10-minute walk. Do it, then do it again tomorrow. These wins stack up, quietly rewiring how you see yourself. Second, practice emotional regulation. Confidence crumbles if you're a slave to your reactions. When anger or anxiety hits, pause. Take a slow breath. Count to 4 as you inhale. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. This simple technique, backed by research and emotion, lowers stress and sharpens decision-making. Try it next time you're cut off in traffic or get a snarky email. Instead of snapping back, choose your response. Over time, this builds a reflex. You control your emotions, not the other way around. Stoicism fits here. Accept what you can't change. Focus on what you can. Third, embrace self-reflection. Spend 5 minutes at day's end asking, what went well? What could I improve? Write it down. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that reflective journaling strengthens self-awareness and emotional independence. Be honest but kind to yourself. Notice patterns. Maybe you rush when nervous or seek approval too often. Awareness is the first step to change. If you're stuck, try a prompt. What's one thing I did today that I'm proud of? This isn't navel-gazing. It's training your mind to trust its own judgment. Finally, learn to enjoy your own company. Confidence grows when you're comfortable alone. Spend an hour a week doing something solo. Read, walk, or just sit with your thoughts. No phone, no distractions. This builds what psychologists call self-reliance, the root of inner strength. Women don't fall for flawless men. They fall for real ones. A man who trusts himself, who pauses before reacting, who moves without needing applause. He's a rare find. Start small. Keep one promise to yourself today. Pause before you snap tomorrow. Each step makes you steadier, more magnetic. You're not performing confidence, you're living it. And when it's real, she feels it before you say a word. Some men have a way of stepping into uncertainty and making it feel safe. They don't bark orders or flex control. They move with quiet decisiveness, guiding the moment without hesitation. This is leadership, not dominance, but direction. It's the ability to choose a path, act with intent, and carry others along, especially when the stakes feel high. For women, this quality is a game changer. It lets them soften, trust, and lean into their own strength, knowing someone steady is holding the reins. Leadership isn't about overpowering. It's about creating a space where everyone feels secure. Why does this resonate so deeply? Women, even the most independent, often crave a partner who can share the load. A 2019 study in Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that women value decisiveness and direction in partners, as these traits signal emotional and practical reliability. Psychologically, leadership in relationships taps into a primal need for stability. When a man makes clear choices, whether picking a dinner spot or navigating a crisis, It shows he can handle life's unpredictability. This doesn't mean taking over, it means stepping up, so she doesn't have to carry every decision alone. Picture a group of friends planning a night out. One guy shrugs, "I don't care, you pick." The group stalls, frustrated, as no one commits. Another man steps in, calm but firm. "Let's try that new Italian place downtown. I'll book a table for 7. He's not bossy, just decisive. Later, when a friend spills a drink and tempers flare, he diffuses it. "No big deal. Let's grab some napkins and keep the vibe going." A woman in the group notices not just his actions, but the ease in his choices. He's not waiting for permission or dodging responsibility. She feels it. This guy can lead. That's leadership in the small moments that matter. What makes this trait so compelling? It's the blend of assertiveness and accountability. A leader doesn't just make decisions. He owns them. He senses a shift in mood and addresses it. Plans a date without endless back and forth, or steps in when conflict brews. Women feel this as a kind of emotional safety net. It's not about her being weak, she might be a powerhouse in her own right, but about knowing she can rest, that he's got the moment covered. Leadership shows he's going somewhere and isn't afraid to bring her along, creating a rhythm she can trust. How do you build this? It's not about grand gestures. It starts in daily life with deliberate practice. First, train yourself to decide quickly in low-stakes situations. Next time you're eating out, pick the restaurant without asking, "Where do you want to go?" Try, "I'm craving tacos, let's hit that spot on Main Street." A 2021 study in Leadership Quarterly showed that practicing decisive action in small contexts builds confidence for bigger moments. If you're unsure, research options beforehand. But commit. Hesitation signals doubt. Clarity signals strength. Second, take responsibility for your choices. If the plan flops, say, "The restaurant's packed, tone it. My bad. Let's try the cafe next door." Accountability builds trust. Per research in Journal of Applied Psychology, women notice when a man doesn't dodge blame or make excuses. Practice this. When something goes wrong, pause, acknowledge it, and suggest a fix. It's not about being perfect, it's about being reliable. Try reflecting nightly. What decision did I make today? How did I handle the outcome? This sharpens your instinct to act and adapt. Third, learn to read the room. Leadership falters if you're oblivious. Notice when someone's quiet or tense, address it subtly. If a friend's upset, say, "You seem off, everything okay?" This shows emotional awareness, a key leadership trait backed by studies in emotion. Practice one observation daily. Note someone's mood and respond thoughtfully. It could be as simple as offering a glass of water to a stressed colleague. These acts build your ability to guide without forcing. Finally, embrace discomfort. Leadership means making choices when others hesitate, which can feel risky. Start small. Suggest a new idea at work or plan a group outing. If fear creeps in, breathe deeply, count to 3 and act. A 2020 study in psychological science found that facing small risks regularly reduces decision-making anxiety. Over time, you'll trust your judgment more. Stoicism helps here. Focus on what's in your control, like your effort, not the outcome. Leadership isn't about being the loudest or always right. It's about moving forward with purpose, owning your actions, and creating calm in chaos. Women don't need a dictator. They need a man who can steer the ship when waves hit. Start today. Make one clear choice. Own the result. Notice someone's mood. Each step makes you steadier, more trusted. You're not just leading, you're building a presence that lets her feel safe, valued, and free to be herself. That's the kind of man she'll never forget. Some men move through life with a fire that sets them apart. They're not chasing fleeting thrills or drifting through days. They're driven by something bigger, a personal mission that gives every step meaning. This is purpose, a clear sense of why you're here, what you're building, and where you're going. It's not about fame or riches, but about a deep, unwavering commitment to a life that matters. Women feel this energy. It's magnetic, pulling them toward a man who lives for more than just the moment, whose ambition and grit make him unforgettable. Why does purpose carry such weight? It's the soul of a man's presence. A 2018 study in Journal of Positive Psychology found that people with a strong sense of purpose are perceived as more trustworthy and attractive, especially in relationships. Purpose signals you're not just surviving, you're thriving, carving out a place in the world. For women, this is more than charm. It's a sign of reliability and depth. A man with purpose wakes up with intention, faces obstacles with resolve, and carries a vision that inspires. That kind of drive sparks curiosity and respect, often before she can pinpoint why. Imagine a guy in his late 20s, working a steady but unfulfilling job. He could coast, collect a paycheck, and call it a life. Instead, he spends his evenings teaching himself to code, dreaming of building an app that helps kids learn science. Money's tight, deadlines loom, and doubt creeps in. Yet he keeps at it, not for applause but because it's his calling. At a coffee shop, he chats with a woman about his project. His eyes light up, his voice steady with conviction. She's drawn not to his bank account, but to his passion, his refusal to quit. Compare him to another guy, aimless, hopping from one distraction to the next. The difference is stark. Purpose makes the first man radiant, a force she can't ignore. What makes purpose so compelling? It's the clarity and consistency it brings. A man with purpose knows what he stands for, and his actions align with that vision. He's not swayed by every shiny object or setback. This intentionality shows in how he speaks, focused, grounded, and how he handles challenges, not with complaints, but with solutions. Women sense this as stability, a man who's not just reacting to life, but shaping it. Purpose isn't about having all the answers. It's about pursuing something meaningful, even when the path is rough. That resilience, that drive, becomes a beacon. How do you cultivate this? It starts with hard questions, answered honestly. First, define what matters to you. Ask, what would I do if money weren't a factor? What legacy do I want to leave? A 2020 study in applied psychology showed that clarifying personal values boosts motivation and life satisfaction. Write down your answers. Maybe it's creating art, mentoring youth, or starting a business with impact. Don't aim for perfection, aim for meaning. If you're stuck, think of a problem you'd love to solve, like making your community stronger or mastering a skill. This is your North Star. Second, set ambitious but clear goals tied to that vision. Purpose without action is just a daydream. Break your mission into steps. If you want to start a nonprofit, research local needs this week. Draft a plan next month. A 2019 study in Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that specific, challenging goals increase persistence and self-efficacy. Make your goals tangible. Write them down. Track progress. If you're learning a skill, aim for 30 minutes daily, not get better. Small wins build momentum, reinforcing your belief in the path. Third, embrace obstacles as part of the journey. Purpose doesn't mean smooth sailing. It means staying the course. When setbacks hit, rejection, failure, exhaustion, pause, reassess, and keep moving. Stoicism fits here. Control your effort, not the outcome. A 2021 study in motivation and emotion showed that reframing challenges as growth opportunities boosts resilience. Practice this. When a plan fails, ask, what can I learn? Instead of why me? Share your struggles with a trusted friend. Their perspective can reframe your focus. This grit makes your purpose authentic, not a performance. Finally, live your purpose daily, even in small ways. If your mission is to inspire others, start by encouraging a coworker today. If it's to build something lasting, dedicate an hour to your project tonight. Consistency turns purpose into identity. Women don't need you to be a billionaire or a celebrity. They're drawn to a man who knows where he's going and why. Start now. Write one sentence about what drives you. Set one goal for this week. Face one fear. Each step makes your life richer, your present stronger. You're not just chasing a dream, you're becoming a man whose purpose lights up the room. And that's what she'll remember long after you're gone. In a world that's always spinning, some men stand like anchors, calm, steady, unshaken. They don't lash out when tempers flare or crumble when life throws a curveball. This is emotional stability, the ability to master your reactions, stay composed under pressure, and create a safe space for those around you. It's not about suppressing feelings but about channeling them with purpose. Women don't just notice this, they're drawn to it. A man who stays grounded in chaos offers something rare, a foundation of trust and psychological safety that feels like home. Why is emotional stability so vital? It's the bedrock of connection. A 2020 study in Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that emotional regulation predicts stronger, more trusting relationships. Women crave partners who remain steady when life gets messy, someone who won't escalate a fight or shut down when things go south. This stability signals you're reliable, not just in calm waters, but when storms hit. It tells her she can be vulnerable without fear of judgment or volatility. That sense of safety isn't just comforting, it's magnetic, fostering a bond that runs deeper than surface charm. Picture a couple in a heated argument. The air's thick, words are sharp. One guy snaps back, voice rising, defenses up, turning a disagreement into a battle. The tension spirals, leaving everyone drained. Now imagine another man. He feels the sting of her words but pauses, breathes, and speaks evenly. I hear you're upset. Let's figure this out together. His tone is firm yet warm, his eyes steady. He doesn't dodge the issue or explode. He holds the space. The woman feels seen, not attacked. She relaxes, not because the problem's solved but because he's a rock. That's emotional stability turning conflict into connection. What makes this trait so powerful? It's the ability to respond, not react. An emotionally stable man doesn't let anger or fear steer the ship. He listens, processes, and chooses his words with care, creating a space where others feel heard. Women sense this as a kind of emotional strength. The man who can handle his own feelings can handle hers too. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being in control, offering predictability in a world of chaos. This consistency builds trust, the kind that makes her feel safe to open up, knowing you won't unravel. How do you build this? It's a skill, honed through deliberate practice. First, embrace mindfulness. Spend 5 minutes daily focusing on your breath. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. A 2019 study in emotion showed mindfulness reduces impulsive reactions and boosts emotional clarity. When stress hits, this anchors you. Try it before a tough conversation. Close your eyes, breathe. Notice your thoughts without chasing them. Over time, this trains your brain to pause instead of panic, giving you space to choose your response. Second, lean into stoicism. Accept what you can't control. Traffic, someone's mood, a bad day, and focus on your reaction. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that Stoic practices, like reframing setbacks as opportunities, enhance emotional resilience. When frustration bubbles up, ask, what's in my control here? If a coworker snaps at you, you can't change their tone, but you can choose to respond calmly. Sounds like you're stressed, want to talk. Practice this daily. Note one annoyance, then write down how you could handle it better. This rewires your instincts, making composure second nature. Third, train intentional responses. Emotional stability shines in conflict, but it's built in small moments. Next time you're irritated, say, a long line at the store, pause, count to 3, then act deliberately. Smile at the cashier, make light conversation. A 2020 study in psychological science showed that practicing deliberate responses in low-stakes settings strengthens self-control. In tougher moments, like an argument, use the stop and reframe trick. Stop speaking, take a breath, and reframe the situation. Instead of she's attacking me, think, she's upset and needs to be heard. Then respond, not react. Finally, reflect regularly. At day's end, jot down one moment you handled well and one you didn't. Ask, what triggered me? How could I respond better? A 2018 study in Journal of Applied Psychology found that self-reflection boosts emotional regulation over time. Be specific. I got defensive when criticized at work. Next time, I'll listen fully before replying. This isn't about perfection but progress. Share your insights with a friend for accountability. It solidifies your growth. Emotional stability isn't a one-off achievement. It's a habit. Women don't need you to be a robot. They need you to be steady. Someone they can rely on when life shakes. Start today. Breathe through one irritation. Reframe one challenge. Reflect on one reaction. Each step makes you calmer, more trusted. You're not just controlling emotions, you're building a presence that feels like a safe harbor. That's the kind of man she'll turn to, time and again, because in your stillness, she finds strength. Let's bring it all together. We've explored 6 qualities that women value far beyond money. A high-value presence that commands respect without words, sociability that builds trust through connection, inner confidence that stands firm without needing applause, leadership that guides with calm decisiveness, purpose that drives a life of meaning, and emotional stability that anchors even the wildest storms. These aren't just traits to attract someone, they're the foundation of becoming a man who's grounded, respected, and magnetic. The secret, they're all within your reach, built through self-improvement, not a bank account. Every step you take to grow these qualities doesn't just make you more appealing, it makes your life richer, fuller, more yours. Self-improvement isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be moving forward. Each of these qualities, presence, connection, confidence, leadership, purpose, stability, grows through small, intentional acts. Set a goal today, stand taller, listen better, pause before reacting. Practice one skill this week, whether it's breathing through stress or writing down your life's mission. A 2020 study in Journal of Personality showed that consistent, incremental progress in personal growth boosts self-esteem and social influence. The man you become through this work isn't just attractive, he's unstoppable, because he's built on a foundation of discipline and purpose. Let me share a story. A friend of mine, let's call him Jake, was stuck a few years back. He was in a dead-end job, single, and felt invisible. He wasn't rich or flashy, and his confidence was shot. Then he stumbled on Stoic ideas and decided to change. He started small, hitting the gym twice a week, reading about mindfulness, setting a goal to start his own small business. He practiced listening at parties, owning his decisions, and staying calm when his boss pushed his buttons. It wasn't overnight, but within a year, Jake was different. He carried himself with quiet strength, connected effortlessly with others, and spoke with conviction about his dreams. Women noticed not because he was suddenly a millionaire, but because he was a man with purpose and poise. Today, he's thriving in a relationship with someone who respects his drive, and running a side hustle that lights him up. Jake didn't chase women. He chased a better version of himself, and the rest followed. That's the power of this journey. You're not just building traits to impress someone, you're building a life that inspires. Start now. Pick one quality from this video and act on it today. Maybe it's standing taller, asking a better question in a conversation, or writing down one goal that excites you. Share your progress with a friend for accountability. Research shows social support doubles your chance of sticking with new habits. Join online communities, like Stoic forums or self-improvement groups, to swap stories and stay motivated. Your growth isn't just for you. It's a ripple effect, inspiring others to step up, too. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it sparks even a small change, I'm truly fulfilled. Save it to your playlist to revisit anytime. Please like and share this with others. Sometimes the right message at the right moment can change a life. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell so you never miss our next valuable video. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon.